Hello everyone. We're just, hubby and I are just sitting here trialing this live streaming, so I'm afraid it's going to be a bit lumpy and odd because we're just trying to work out the nuts and bolts of it. Right now we're trying to get the sound right. Screen down so I can see the. Okay. All right. Hello. I'm doing this blind right now. I can't see what you're seeing at present, so that I'll be able to see the chat come up. But there is a bit of a time delay, so I expect a delay of about, I think about 45 seconds to a minute. We timed it, so there will be a little bit out of sync, you and I. But I can see your messages. We've turned the screen or the monitor around that I'm looking at. And I did ask before whether you wanted to see a flip through of this book that I'm working in. So, and I think that was a yes, certainly by some people, so I will go ahead and do it. Now, the book I'm working in is, of course, The Magical City by Lizzie Mary Cullen. And it's my favourite. This was actually the very first colouring book I ever had. It was given to me by my son over 2 years ago. I remember he was in the bookshop, and I was at home, and he sent me some text messages saying he wanted to buy me a colouring book for my birthday, and which one did I want, and I didn't know. So what he did was he went through the rack and he took photographs of the pages of the insides of some of the colouring books so I could pick the one that I liked. And he did a few pictures of this one, and I knew immediately that this is the book that I wanted to try. And ever since then, colouring's become a passion. So anyway, I will show you what's inside. Hopefully it's all still lined up properly. Okay, I was working here. So hang on, I'm just going to check the alignment of the page. Yeah, that's right. Okay, drop that down again. Okay, hopefully it's not going to be too dark for you. I haven't done the first 2 pages, but this is the very first page I coloured, and I coloured that with the polychromos pencils. And I really enjoyed it, but I didn't like the way the paper took the polychromos. There's a bit too much sort of this speckly white stuff happening here. hang on a minute, we're just working through the technicalities here, making sure I'm coming through all right. Okay. And this is the first page that I coloured with the my gorgeous, wonderful Inktense pencils that I love so much. This one was the first one I did because I was a bit worried about bleed through, and I was a bit worried about the page crinkling, so this was really a test, and I loved the way it worked. And then I went on and I did this one, Camden Lock, and I went mad with the colours because I was dying to play with all these gorgeous bright colours. That page I don't like. It's the Shard, and I had no idea how to colour it, so I just used it to experiment with stuff. So they're done for that's rubbish. It's awful. And then I did this one, which I really love. Now in this one, I also used my, hang on, I've only got a couple of them. This is my whole set of I don't know how to pronounce this, Albric Dura Faber-Castell pencils. I've only got like 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, which I've bought as open stock. That's all I've got of them. But I used a couple of them for the water in here, because it's very hard to get nice light shades with the Inktense pencils. So that's what they're for. Let's see now, and I've been trying to work through this book just page by page from front to back, so it's a challenge because then I meet pages that I don't really like, but I've still got to colour them, and it pushes me out of my comfort zone. Some right up together. I hope this. Just let me know, guys, if you can hear me talking. I'm not sure. I'm just a bit worried that I'm chatting here to myself and nobody's listening. Nobody can hear me. So yeah, just let me know in the comments if you can hear me, please. Yay! Thank you very much, Michelle. It's good to know that I'm. Oh, and you, Sylvanian Pink. Oh, and B Jones, thank you. Virginia Hall, thank you. Yes. Casey, yeah, great. Look at you all. God, how many are you up? It's about 7 o'clock here in Australia. What time is it where you guys are? Oh, anyway, I was showing you this. I'll get back to it. Here we go. There's chimneys and rooftops. That just looked crazy, and I'm able to distinguish what went where there. So what I did was I just started off with the smoky bits, and then I slowly kind of sorted out where everything was as I coloured. So I like how that one turned out. It's a bit of an odd one. It looks, I don't know, kind of jumbled, like I've got sky down here and then I've got sky up here and more buildings there. But I like it. This one I love. I like the colours I picked there. I like the yellows with this smoky blues. Sorry about the squeaking. We've got a doorway to the kitchen and hubby just walked through it. Yeah. Okay, hello, Sylvania. 6 p.m. in Korea. Hello, Korea. Hello, Sylvanian Pink. In Norway, May. Hi, 11 a.m. Oh, it's almost lunchtime there. Nikki, a little after 2 a.m. Oh, good on you. I'm usually dead to the world by that time. Candace, thank you, Candace. B. Jones, yep. Oh, thank you. I'm glad to be doing this. I didn't expect to be doing this tonight. Hubby's just sort of like was sitting at the other side of me on the table messing around with this, and he set it up and then told me I was live. Okay, rightio. Now I'm upside down, am I? Is this picture coming through upside down? Oh, hello, Virginia Hall. Hello to New York. Hey, Michelle, 2 a.m. Pacific in Nevada, USA. Oh, good on you. Hi, Ricky. Yeah, I you can hear me talk now. I actually do have a voice outside my YouTube videos. Okay. So this is the first time I've done this, by the way, guys. This is totally new to me. I'm used to sort of like recording and knowing that what I say, all the rubbish that I talk is going to be edited out, so you get this nice, like really shiny, perfect, well, sort of YouTube video. But now you can hear all the garbage that I talk in between times that hubby usually kicks out. This picture was, as you know, if you've seen the book, this picture there's a lot of white space in it to cover, and I looked and thought, oh my word, how am I going to cover this? And I did that by adding texture to things, like I actually drew the bricks into the Great Wall of China so that it would stand out a bit more from the all the grassy hills. Okay, I've got to stop and read. Smiley Swathy, hello. Oh, I can't. Sorry, I'm sort of dividing my attention between my work and my stream. There you go. Hold on, we're just having a little play here. I'll be right back to you, Smiley. Hello. I'll make my pens there. Something for you to watch while we're doing. There's a little interlude here. Here we go. See, I told you I do a lot of rubbish. Okay, let's get on anyway. All right, yeah, and the little panda here. I really love that. I didn't see that panda until I was about halfway through colouring this thing. Next. Again, an opportunity to play with all my bright colours. Loved it. I think this is when I started putting the white gel pen in here. And this one, I've seen some recent one of these. I think this is the picture of the fortnight at the Lizzie Mary Cullen Facebook site that I'm on. And there's quite a few of these coming up coloured differently. They just look gorgeous. And this one, I don't really like how it turned out. I was trying to imitate sort of all the bright lights that you get around the place. And sorry, I'm as I said, I'm dividing my time between this and reading. Sorry if I miss any messages. I will scroll back and get back to you with any messages that I miss, okay? And there's a bit of shine on the camera. I have to lean across to actually see. Okay, B Jones. Oh, you're from Canada. Hi. Yeah, it's great. We've got like a little kind of global community happening here. These guys are cool. That's that. There is a setting which turn the camera upside down. Is there? Okay. Sorry, we're having a look there, May, but we actually can't find it. Do you know what it is? Oh, thank you. All right, sorry, I can't see the messages for the time being because hubby's turned the screen back to him so he can work on it. So I will get back to you guys. As I said, if I miss anything during the live stream, I'll scroll back and I'll send a response to you. Now, Hyde Park, of course, this is the first one that I actually filmed myself doing, and I had the camera mounted up on the side before my hubby very kindly built my rig, which is what the camera that you're seeing is mounted on at present. This was fun. I like this. I like using the just yellow and blues to create green because I think it makes it more interesting. Nothing else to say about that. And of course these two are both filmed, as you know, and went mad with the gel pen with the speckly bits there. So you've both seen these. This one I started when I was on holidays. I was actually on a cruise ship at the time when I did this one, and it took me quite a bit of time being a double spread. I did like it. I had to Google pictures first to find out what the actual colouring of the building was, because it's Little Moreton Hall. And of course this one I did the first tutorial on, where I just spot coloured a few things to show you how to do that. And this, of course, is, I guess you recognise that one. That's the one I did the 3-part tutorial on. These next ones you may not have seen. This one I actually half did it, and I left it for a very long time because I didn't like the way it was turning out. I thought it was too dark and murky looking. And in the end I thought, well, I can't just leave it half done. I've got to finish it. So I finished it, and I don't mind it. I like the bits I do like. I like these bits on the side here, how this bright yellow light is in contrast with these purplish shadows. I really like how that turned out. I'm not sure what's happening with the red streaks in the sky. Maybe it's a weird kind of sunset thing happening for the yellow plumes of smoke. This one I just completed a few days ago. That's the globe. I've used a gel pen there to outline the light coming from the street lamp. I think that's worked. This one I did about 2 days ago. I was dreading this page. I'd seen it before, and I thought, how blazes am I going to colour this? And I went for a very short walk around the block. I won't go into that. And halfway around, it just sort of like hit me. I had an epiphany, and I knew exactly how I was going to colour it. And I came home, and it was one of those pictures that I just did, and I didn't even have to think about. The colours just said, we go here, we go there, and I picked up the relevant pencils and just put it down. So this was done very, very quickly. This one that you see me working on at present, I'm a bit stuck. I'm not quite sure where I'm going with it. I think it's going to be like almost a sunset picture. It was originally going to be a bright sunny day, but somehow the sunset sort of snuck into it. So I'll just keep going with the colours and see where I end up with it. As I said, I'm sorry I can't answer your comments at present because I can't see the screen. Hubby is, working out all the knots and trying to perfect this live streaming so that we'll be able to just enter into it and have everything all ready to go. But thank you for all your attention, your comments. I really appreciate it. And I think we're still upside down, but oh, there's my hands. I think we're still upside down here, but never mind. We'll press on. We'll press on. We will figure all this out in the end.
Cannot do it without turning the camera stream off.
Yeah. Okay then. Yeah. Hubby's just said we can't actually, do anything like, turn it over without turning the stream completely off, so that we can experiment a bit more. Oh, bye, May. Can you demonstrate how you use Ink-Tens? Yeah, well, actually, that's kind of what I'm not actually doing a formal demonstration. I was just doing a flip through, but I'll get back to colouring now, so you'll be able to see me. Okay. Can you turn it around? Sorry. Oh, okay. I can do that here. Oh, hi, Queensland. Yeah, it's the same time down here in Victoria. There you go. Now you can see it the right way up. Do you know what? I'm really silly because I should have done this to start off with and did the flip through with the book this way so that you could actually see the pictures the right way up. Here we go. I'll do a real quick one. That's kind of silly of me. I should have thought of that first. Okay. Yeah, hubby, he's just actually snuck off now down to his computer. He's about to, he's raiding tonight with our guild, so he's got to set up for that because he usually leads the raids. Yeah, okay. Just a quick flip through with it the right way around. I haven't got any of my other books here, I don't think. I'm actually broadcasting from my dining room table. So, and I'll keep all my books in my the computer room above my desk. There you go. There's a flip through. I'm going to have to turn it around for me to work on it though. Oh, hang on, my tea's gone cold. Lukewarm tea, the way I usually drink it, because I keep forgetting that it's sitting there. Okay, look, I'll make this more interesting. I'll actually do some colouring instead of just blabbering here. Yeah, Casey, we're newbies when it comes to setting this up, so I'm afraid we really don't know what we're doing, and we're going to have to do a bit more research. This was a very spur of the moment thing. As I said, I had no intention to actually do any live streaming. I was just going to do a little bit of colouring while I was waiting for my daughter to make tea tonight. It was her night to do tea. And and hubby was fiddling around, and then he kind of like poked his head up and said, "By the way, you're live." I thought, "Oh, what? Well, I know that I'm not dead, but yeah." And so I had no idea he was doing this, and subsequently I have no idea how to do this or what like controls or settings to change. But now that we know that we can do this, we will perfect it so that you guys get to see things the right way around, and we can set up some kind of system so that I can talk to you and respond to your messages. Yes, I'm sorry, we're both well nuts. We've been, Kiwi Mum, we've been playing WoW since it launched over 10 years ago. I think he got the game two or 3 weeks into the launch, and then he sort of like convinced me to try and play it, and then he had to actually buy me my copy because he couldn't play his because I wouldn't let him. I was too busy playing my character. But he's definitely the more WoW nut. I just play a couple of times, once or twice a week. I'll have an evening where I play WoW, where he's sort of like very much into the game. He doesn't play it all the time, but that's his downtime. Wednesdays and Friday nights and Saturday nights he plays. I usually just play on the Friday night. Okay. I've completely forgotten what I'm doing with this particular building roof here. I think I put purple on it. It's a bit hard to tell with the darker intense colours until you activate them. You think, okay, what colour was that? Yeah, Virginia, I have got quite a large collection of books, but most of them I've only done a couple of pictures in. Except for Enchanted Forest, I've actually done quite a lot. I'm doing the same thing in Enchanted Forest as I'm doing with this book, and that is starting from front to back. Though I have jumped around a little bit more in that one. There we go. I think I'll make this roof streaky. See how that turns out. Tense is a little unforgiving. Once you put it down, it's sort of set in stone. With watercolours you can shift them around a little bit, and with pencils you can rub them out, or with ink tints you kind of, whatever you do, you're stuck with. I'm going to have to pull that screen closer to me so I can actually read what you respond, sort of like I can see sometimes it goes a little bit faster than what I'm doing, and I miss messages, so I do apologise if you've said something to me and I haven't responded. I'm sort of trying to divide my attention between colouring so I make this interesting for you guys to watch and actually talking. There we go. Kiwi Mum, yeah, actually, you know what, I agree with you. It sort of like buys me some time to actually sit and colour for hours and hours, and I know that hubby is safely occupied in hubby daycare. Wow. Yeah, which colour? I think, actually, you know what, I'm going to activate that a little bit so I can see what colour it was, because I've completely forgotten what I put on that roof. What was it? I think it's a dusky. No, I know what colour that was. That was dark chocolate. Hey, I found it. Good on me. That's right. I wanted this roof to look a little bit warmer. That's all right. The oak will go all right with it. I'm doing this roof. I've got a bit of I'm using this one. I'm using this Sicilian yellow as the highlights, and I'm going for the, is it the deep purple or dusky purple? I picked up deep purple for the very deep shadows. And this roof, I'm doing it in the chocolate and dark chocolate and the oak. to give it a bit of variation. Okay. Night, Michelle. See ya. Oh, hi, Judy. Oh, the book is that one, The Magical City. Oh, thanks, Anna. Yeah. He's nice and safe there. Actually, he's wonderful, hubby. I've got very lucky with him. Very, very lucky. He's always been supportive of my art. Oh, and he's back again. We better stop talking about him now. Yeah. Okay, bye, Sylvanian. Yeah. Well, Ricky, I've had this book for about 2 years now, and I guess the only reason I would have done a lot more in this book, but there is so many other beautiful colouring books out there that, you know, take my attention away from this one. But this is one of 3 books that I just keep going back to. I mean, some books I colour in a few and then they sit on the shelf. But this particular book, it's my real relaxation with this book. I think out of all the books, this is the one I feel most at home colouring in. This one and of course Lizzie's other 2 books as well. I am dying to do more in the. Well, I want to start her magical journey. I've not done anything in that. I do have a copy. But her magical Christmas, I've only done the one that you've seen, but I'm dying. I really want to do the Sherlock Holmes one in that one. Certainly, Ricky. Oh yeah, that door needs a paint job as well. It's a little folding door that goes between the kitchen and the dining area, and it's very squeaky. Oh, there it goes again. He's read it. He's gone to look for some WD-40. How many pictures have I done? I did a quick flip through before of it. Basically, if you've got this book, I'm doing it from front to back, so just count how many pages till you get to here, and that's it. Oh, look guys. Sorry, my son's just gone and got his WD-40 for the door. This will be the first time in like forever that it won't squeak.
No, it'll still squeak.
Okay, B. Jones, Peter. I like to put the highlights down first because the lighter colours will get muddied by the darker colours if you put them on later. You can add a bit later, but I find that you want the highlights to look very clean. So if you put them on first, and sometimes I put them on first and I'll actually activate the ink tints before I go for the darker shadows. And other times, like I'll show you now, I'll actually use this paint. Oh, look at this poor little Payne's Grey. I'll actually use this Payne's Grey to add it, and then I'll just very carefully, when I activate both sides, because I don't want to smear the grey into the yellow and make it muddy, or else it won't look like a nice highlight. It'll look like a muddy mess. So if I put that in there, I think that grey is going to be a bit boring by itself, so I'm going to add something to it. Now what have I got? The dark purple. Here we go. Let's get a bit of dark purple in there as well. You'll notice also I'm leaving a very thin line. You may not be able to see it. A very thin line here by the chimney stack, to look like a little bit of light that's peeking out from around the other side. Just gives it more of a nice three-dimensional look, nighttime look. So I'll use my small one. There we go. See, and I'm just gonna just gently mix the two together, but I won't go all the way across, just so there's a little bit of a blend there. Sorry, just so there's a little bit of a blend there. I hope you can hear me above the squeak. The boys are busily working on solving the squeaky problem there. Yeah. Okay, now there you go. Here's an impromptu little lesson now. That's using the Sicilian yellow, the Payne's grey, and the dark purple to get a nice sort of like evening look to that smokestack there. I did the same with that one. Yeah, try that one out if you've got the books and the Inktense pencils and you're using them. New colour colouring tool, funny. Okay, Casey, see you later. Thanks for joining us today. As I said, this is just a real impromptu little live stream just to test things out. I'm quite happy. I'll sit here for a while longer. Actually, no, I've just been told we've got tea ready in a couple of minutes. So I'll continue until tea time and then I'll draw this to a close. But we'll still be around for about another 5-10 minutes. And depending on what's happening afterwards, I may come back or I may not. Probably not, I think. I think I've got some stuff I have to do. Oh, right, Ricky, so you just happen on a good day for you while you're home. Okay, you're welcome, B. Jones. Actually, this is very handy, actually, me doing a live stream, and you guys can just come up and ask me while I'm colouring how I do things for little impromptu tutorials. I rather like that idea. I've got a couple of mini tutorials coming up. One of them is on snow, which has already been filmed. It's one of my most requested tutorials of late. So hubby is in the process of editing that one, so I hope that one's going to be out soon. Oh, and another video. What's smelly in there? I don't know. Sorry, there's a funny smell coming from somewhere. I'm just going to go investigate. Just back a sec. Oh, it's the WD-40. Oh, I know what it is. It's the ton of WD-40 that's been sprayed on our doors. Oh God, it's toxic. I'm going to have to open a window. That is a really, really strong smell. Oh, hi Amy. Glad you could join us. We've been going here for a little while now. Not for too much longer, unfortunately, because my daughter's almost finished making tea, and this is kind of out of the blue, impromptu, no plans. It just happened because hubby was mucking around with the camera and the computer. There we go. You're welcome, Desiree. Yes, Virginia. Now I'm surrounded by WD-40 fumes. Sorry about the banging and clashing. We're just setting up for dinner here. It's what time is it? It's about just gone 7:30 in the evening. This is kind of fun. Actually, now I'm over my stage fright. I'm actually enjoying this, just chatting with you guys and colouring at the same time. Right, now that was the dark chocolate, and I'll switch now to oak to just give some interesting little texture to these this building top. Now, I've had a confession. Usually I have some kind of a plan about how I'm going to colour a picture, and I have absolutely no plan how I'm colouring this one. I'm just straight off the bat picking up whatever pencil feels right. Sometimes I just do that. Most of the time though, I do have some kind of an idea about colour scheme, and I plot it out on in a sketchbook. Now, something tells me I need some yellow highlights in this one. It's going to look a bit dull. I might see what I can do about that. There's my Sicilian yellow there. I'll just put a few little highlights here and there, just to give it a little more interest. Okay, maybe add an edge of a highlight along here too. Actually, funny you should ask that, B. Jones, because yesterday I got that. So yes, I do. I've only just got it. As I said, it came in the post yesterday, and yes, I have looked at the glass domes, and I am thinking about how I'll go about a tutorial on that. I can't say it's going to be in the near future, but it'll certainly be in the works sometimes. It is on the list. Okay, I'm going to have to wrap this up. I'm sorry, we're just all ready to set up for tea now. I apologise to everybody who's only just logged in. This was very impromptu. There was no announcement for it. I had no intention of doing a live stream. It just kind of happened. I will pop in maybe after tea sometime. I don't sort of like expect it, but if I'm here, I'm here. And my hubby is shaking his head, so maybe not. Okay guys, I've got to go. It was really fun doing this, and we're going to do this again with some proper announcements so you know what time I'll be on. And okay, I will log off now, and see you later. It's been lovely talking to you guys.